Purtee.
Kevin, a year ago at the district conference, I had the privilege of hearing the keynote speaker deliver a message on the importance of the privilege of the platform. His message was simple. When we have an opportunity to speak to others, when we have the privilege of the platform, it is incumbent upon us to deliver a message of importance, a message that connects and resonates with people. And my first commendation to you is you did exactly that. It's hard to imagine a message more important than successful life principles. It resonates with people, it piques our interest, even if we don't agree with your principles. It is certainly something that we all are interested in. So I commend you for that. It was very well done. I also want to commend you for the structure. You had a very clever structure here. You had 4 principles, but you delivered those principles in an especially interesting manner. You used the first principle, compassion, as a structure to deliver the rest of your principles. You then illustrated the 2 centerpiece structures, respect and integrity, with personal stories. And then you wrapped those into the delivery of the mission. That, using those stories with compassion, your first principle, will lead to your mission in life. It is actually one of the most interesting structures I've yet heard, and very, very well done. And that leads directly to my first suggestion, and it has to do with your structure. You opened your speech with something absolutely common. You hear it all the time. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. It's a pleasure to be here. The great Winston Churchill once said, opening amenities are opening inanities. And I've always remembered that quote, because those opening 15 to 20 seconds are absolutely critical in grabbing people's attention. And I suggest you consider dispensing with the opening amenities possibly for the rest of your life. And instead, think how you can grab our attention right away. For example, you could have opened with a question. Would you like to learn life principles that can change the way you live? Who's not going to want to know that? You could have even done a reverse structure, where you open with, the most difficult day of my life was the day my mother died. On that day, I learned the importance of the principles I'm going to share with you today. Notice how those openings really grab us and want us to know that story rather than the standard good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I finally want to commend you for sharing a personal story. It is so difficult sometimes to share a difficult, even painful story. But that's what we as an audience, that's what I want to hear. Because Kevin, I've heard a lot of famous stories, but I haven't heard about your story. And sharing your story really helps understand. To summarize my suggestions, wonderful message, great innovative structure. Suggest modifying your opening to really grab the audience, but finally, I applaud your sharing of a personal story, and I look forward to hearing you speak again.